Hey guys, Jazz back with another video. This video we're gonna go over the cards I've been picking up for about the last week or so. The one right here on the right is a LeBron Hollow Fantasy Stars. Obviously, I don't pick up non-rookie stuff for the most part. So this one actually I didn't buy. I got this card sent in error. I picked up a Sekou Select number to 25, the blue one. BGS 9 for I think $41. And I was like really excited about that auction, and this is the card that came in. This actually sold for more, for surprisingly. I mean, I don't know who's out here paying more for a 15th year LeBron James, insert hollow. But yeah, this was sold for like 70 something dollars. The Seiko only bought it for 44, like 41. This one I already contacted the seller. I'm sending this one back because obviously I want my Seiko. I don't want this LeBron. I don't see. I think by the time the season rolls around, this one will probably still be around 70 something dollars, while that Seiko would be well over $100. So yeah, I don't want that card. Let's just take a quick look at the background real quick. Right there we have the red ice Daniel Jones. I got graded myself. I'm like 40 bucks into that one. This one I bought off eBay already graded. I think 60 bucks for the XRCs, which are really wanted. I'm getting offers like 150, 160. I'm holding off. Maybe sell it when it gets to like 200. Then we have the red wave, which is numbered to 149. I got graded myself. I think like $50 into that card. I'll probably go for like 400, 500 right now, but I'll probably give it to the season before I move those. I am probably gonna send these to Star Stock. I am sending a lot of these cards to Star Stock because they're running a sale right now. If you send them over 100 slabs, they give you $100 in credit, and they pay for the shipping that you sent when you send the card. So basically, they're gonna give you $120 to send them 100 slabs. So I'm like, I was gonna send 100 slabs to them anyway. So now it's even more incentive where they'll pay for my shipping and give me $100 credit. Easy, no brainer for me. So again, I'm sending this one back. Hopefully, I'll get my Sekou number to 25. We're just gonna start. I think we only had 2 football pickups. It was these 2. I bought it from the same deal. I think like 150 I paid for these 2. Again, his stuff isn't, it's not moving, but again, he gets named starter, his stuff is going to explode. So again, I'm going to be looking to try to pick up a little bit more of Drew Lock here on the low. His stuff has dipped down since I bought this. I bought these like 2 weeks ago before the draft, I think even before Teddy Bridgewater. So I might have been, I don't know if it was before Teddy Bridgewater, but it was before the draft. And now with the news that they might, Broncos might trade for Aaron Rodgers, whatever, is really bringing down his prices. So again, I'll be looking to see if I could, get spend a couple of, maybe try to pick up around 10 of these or something like that. Not just these, different ones, pick up a little bit more Drew Lock. I already sent a bunch of Drew Lock to Star Stock. So I'll be looking to get into some more. These are some of the Sekou I've been picking up. Again, most of these from a week ago. His price has gone up because I think he's had 2 back, like he's been getting a lot of minutes recent, like the last 2 games. He had a 20-point game, a 14-point game last night, I think the night before. So again, $12 for a slab. Again, in the beginning of the season, this could be a $50 slab. This Premier, this is outselling Prism. So again, easy pickup for me. Again, $13 for a slab. That just to get a card slab now is going to be like $30 minimum probably. Who knows when PSA comes back and what the price is going to be. Again, this one, really cheap slab, $20, $30 for a PSA 10. Easy pickups for me. Here we picked up the red one. This is on the hobby one. Again, these are really cheap slabs that, like I said, with these are really low risk and high reward because if the player starts playing well, like these go 3-4x. And again, his prices are so cheap that they can't get any cheaper. Like for a PSA 10, for a guy who has a pulse, you can't be selling them for under 20 bucks. Like it's almost impossible to. Like this one I paid $20 for. A blue velocity, and I've actually picked one up like a month ago for 40 bucks. It's his prices are really down. Even at 40 bucks, I think is a great deal. I think in the beginning of the season it's gonna be well over 40 bucks. And to pick one up recently, like a couple days ago for $40. I mean $20. That is crazy. So now I'm into each of them for around 30 bucks. That's how you average it out. Bought one for 40, just bought this one for 20. So I'm like 30 something dollars into each of these. I have 2 of these right now. And again, the color scheme with the Pistons, I think it looks great. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer buy. Some of these cards are just way too cheap. We got a silver PSA 9, again, under 20 bucks for a silver slabbed card. PSA 10, I think I paid 80 something dollars for this, and this already started to pick up again because he's had a couple of good games. I bought this, like, I think over a week ago, so his prices have gone up since he's been playing a little bit better. Those are Sekous, and I have a ton of Sekous. Sekou's probably the one I have the second most of right now, like slabs. Not in terms of money invested, but in terms of slabs, in terms of basketball. Again, Cameron Johnson, I think I picked this up like $12, $13. It's a silver mosaic and a PSA slab. Why not? Same thing with this, like a $10 slab, Bobo. Easy pickups for me, a PSA 10, Bobo, select. Again, some of these are just going for, like, I'm winning, almost everything I get is an auction. So I'm getting, you know, sniping these auctions for cheap. I think 20 bucks for this. This is number 275. Jarrett Culver, lottery pick, number card. I know it's a 9, but a slab card, number to 75. I think that's an easy buy. And I think the green kind of I think the Minnesota has a little green in there. Uni too. Hyper, Rui. We got Keldon Johnson, Infinite. This is number to 35. PSA 9. Easy one. Love, you look at that. I love the Infinite look, Mojo, whatever you want to call it. Then we have the Choice, which is the same, pretty much the same parallel. It looks a little bit, the Infinite does look a little different. I always say they're the same, but they're not actually the same pattern. It's a little bit different. This is like the etch squares, the Infinite. This is the Mojo effect. Again, these are cheap. I think $30 for these. Picked up a couple of Darius Gardens, obviously, the PC. Picked up 2 of those. Easy, $30 a slab. It costs $30 just to slab a card. And you know how I've already talked about how I love the Choice, how underrated it is. And why not pick up a Rui Hachimura for $100? I think this is a gorgeous looking card. $100. Rui, I think he's gonna be on the Olympic team for the for Japan, possibly. And I just think, you know, he's been playing pretty well. He's had some good stretches and some bad stretches. He's often injured though. But again, decent player, decent prospect. I think his stuff will be up going into next season, especially they move some of the guys and they get open up more playing time for him if they are able to move some of their older guys like Russ and Bradley Beal. Now we're gonna get into some trades that I've been picking up. Trae Young, BGS 95 Concourse. I think this was like $100, $100 and something, cheap, easily. And we got the Blue Velocity. The cheapest one that has sold before I bought this one was like $400 something that has sold in the last 6 months. I bought this for $255, I think. So again, $150 off the lowest comp that you can find on eBay in the last, not on eBay, I looked on Market Movers for the last 6 months. Cheapest one sold was like $400 something. I picked this one up for $250. Stuff is real cheap. And again, he's gonna be probably have home court in the playoffs in the first round. Has a big playoff series. His stuff will really go crazy. PSA 9 red, white, and blue. This was like low hundreds, 110 or something like that. Easy pickup for me. Then we got a silver PSA 9. I think like 3. I have 2 of them. I think for both I paid a little bit less than $700. Again, excuse me. Easy pickups for me. These were at one point over $1,000 for PSA 9s. And again, I'm picking them up for like 3 something. Easy buys for me once it's stuff market. And we finally got in our pink Prism. This one was $620. Again, these have been over $1,400, I believe, before. So easy pickup for me. Again, Trae, this, and the reason why I like picking up Trae right now, because I think they're gonna win a playoff series and maybe get into one. You know, and what if they upset the second round, like upset Philly or the Nets or something like that? I mean, it's not possible, but if they go against the Nets and the Nets have injuries and they beat the Nets, I mean, his stuff can go crazy, especially if he's having like 40, 50-point games. And that's like in the next month or two. It's not like I have to wait all the way to next season, which I'm comfortable doing that because his stuff will be up going into next season. But if they're able to win the first round and go against one of those big teams, and those big teams have high injury-prone players, like Embiid is a high injury player, and then the Nets have Harden, who hasn't played in forever. They got KD, who's been hurt on and off all season. So again, Trae's a good pickup because they could be in the Eastern Conference Tournament very easily if they match up against one of those teams and they have an injury. And even if they don't have an injury, they could possibly beat them. But if they have a high risk of injury, those top 2 teams. So again, if they face one of those teams in the second round, they can easily take them out if they have injuries. So it's pretty much it. A lot of trays, some big trays that I've been picking up. And I still have, I think, one more. I have one of these and a 9.5 that's coming in. I have a Ja Morant PSA 9 silver Prism as well coming in. I have a couple other cards coming in. So we've been picking up a lot of, mostly Trae. Our big, most of the big money's been going to like Trae's cards and Ja card. So now I'm probably going to shift my focus a little bit here. Spoiler alert. To this guy, because I think he has a potential to, once he's named starter, his price will explode. So, and again, easy comparison. This is freebie information. Beginning of last year, his prices were higher than Daniel Jones. He is really hyped in the hobby, especially in the football hobby. People love him. He gets named a starter. His prices will be close to his. Right now, his price is like 1/3, 1/4 of Daniel Jones. You can pick him up on the cheap. He gets named starter. I don't know if they'll get to Daniel Jones' prices, but they'll close the gap severely. That's easy, in my opinion. That's going to happen if he gets named starter. If he doesn't, even though if he doesn't, and Bridgewater gets started, once he eventually he will get some playing time. Unless the only thing that's the dark cloud is if they trade for if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos, then that's a different thing. So I'm just that's the one thing you have to be worrisome of it, because if he goes to the Broncos, I don't think the Packers want Drew Lock, so he'll probably still be on the Broncos. He'll be a backup, a real backup. So that can hurt. But again, it's worth the risk, in my opinion. And again, why would the Packers trade Aaron Rodgers? In my opinion, I guess he doesn't want to play with them. If I'm a team like that, I'll just be like, okay, you don't want to play? You're going to just sit there and rot away. That's it. That's just my approach on it. I know teams are not going to do that. It's a valuable asset. They're going to try to move it. If the guy doesn't want to play, he can force his way out, a la, James Harden and all this stuff. But I don't know. Just wild times that all these quarterbacks and everybody wants out, and it's just wild times. So pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Till next time, guys.